All right, everybody. How's it going? Now, I got to let everybody know this because it's funny as I'll get out. I was in a hurry to get home to send the link over so we could do the show because Jason Passmore was going to drive out to the studio. But because of the storms and everything that's been going on all day, he didn't get a chance to. And I don't blame him for not wanting to because you never know when you could have a boo boo on the way. But I got home and instead of sending Jason Passmore his link, I sent him the link to this show, which is James Stokes. How I screwed up and done that, I don't know, but it happened. James Stokes was actually going to be here this Thursday at 6 p.m. He's an actor, and hopefully everybody will get to tune in at 6 p.m. and watch him. I've got to go back and redo stuff. But anyway, that's the fun part of all that other stuff. And let's get Mr. Jason Passmore on so we can bug him for a little bit. What's up, Jace?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah, I totally understand, man. I feel the same way.
I'm glad you didn't, chance all them damn storms and all that crap coming out here.
Yeah, it was pretty bad this morning where I was at or whatever. And I got out on the road and I was like, it was close to 4 hours to get up there.
Yeah.
And so with just everything the way it was, man, I was just like, well, we'll just do virtual.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why we have everything.
Yeah.
That way everybody can do what they want. Caitlin, what in the hell are you doing?
There was a hair on the microphone.
Probably a cat hair.
Probably.
Man. There's something to be said about having a studio, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I
get to do whatever you want and have whatever you want, huh?
Well, yeah, and I was thinking about having like a little cart that had some beverages on the cart that somebody may want to partake in. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
Like I had Chris Turner on, and me and him, I think we went through a half a bottle sitting there bullshitting.
Yeah, that's when you close the door to the studio and go ahead and just finish the night out,
Exactly. Oh, I would love that. Man, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So I was reading your bio and stuff, and one thing that really stuck out with me, because it's weird because a lot of different people are like singing in front of family and stuff like that, and then they're writing their songs at like 11 and 12. I think we have one that did it at 10. But I read your bio and you're like stepping on stage with your dad at 5 years old, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That is wild.
Yeah, true blessing, man. Like I said, I've told other people this. That's a really long time ago, but I remember being really nervous and hanging on his pants leg and whatnot. But it just what a blessing, man. I've loved music since I was old enough to walk or anything. So it's just a true blessing to get to be with my dad all those years, and play and sing and everything. So
yeah, because that's stepping on stage with him at 5, and I'm sure he stayed on stage for a good period of time.
Yeah. Well, and after that, it kind of he played in Maggie Valley at the Stomping Ground. I think about 12 years, and in that time, I think the late 80s, up through the 90s, up into the 2000s, that was a really, really happening place. And
yeah,
I sung off and on with him there for years and years. as a young teenager and everything. So it's just really some of my fondest memories is with my dad getting to play music. So.
That's a heck of a way to cut your teeth, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've got to in the last 4 or 5 years, I've got to meet and open for some absolutely incredible people. But back then, getting to play with my dad and the musicians that I've got to meet in my life, and just meet some incredible musicians and people over my lifetime. So,
Well, yeah, because that was back when everybody said country was the real country.
yeah, and a lot of those guys that like my dad, well, they were a lot of them were older than my dad. They're dead and gone now, man, and but they were some incredible musicians that I become friends with and met over the years. So still fiddle, just every instrument you could think of.
Well, see, there for a while, I was thinking that the steel guitar players and some of the fiddles, they were like a dying breed because they were being pushed out so bad.
Yeah.
And then when I did CMA Fest last year, I was amazed at some of these younger artists, under 25 years old, are actually adding that back into their music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got a song called "Out Here in the Country" that that I put out last year that actually has fiddle in it, and her name's Jenny, I think, and she's incredible, man. But she plays with George Strait a good bit, I think.
Yeah.
So doing some great stuff, man. But yeah, I had a fiddle on that song, and but I tell you what, I've always been a steel guitar fan. One of my dad's best friend, J.C. Norris, he lives in North Carolina, and he was just, oh man, make your hair stand up on your neck. Just incredible steel player. Uh, um,
See, that's something I
but
always loved. I love that steel guitar in there. It just something about it. You can't get the wah wah and all that other crap without that steel guitar.
oh yeah, it's one of the best instruments ever, and one of the hardest to play, I think. I mean, watching these guys that are so good on them, man, they're just incredible. Tracy Kirkpatrick was another one. He lives in North Carolina. He was just a phenomenal steel player, good guy. I sing with some guys up in Tennessee right now, man. I mean, they are just astronomical players, and I just go sing with them. But there's a guy named Ronnie Chavant. He plays steel when we play out, and he's just incredible, man. Incredible steel player. So when I play with them, I mean, it's still, we do a lot of older country like that as well. So
Yeah. Well, I listen to Out in the Country, and that's got a damn good rocking feel to it.
I appreciate it, man, very much.
It's just,
Absolutely.
it made me stop and think during the song. It was like, this is what so many kids nowadays are missing.
Yeah, and I wrote it going across the Smokies. I had just one of those weeks where I played like every day of the week, and I just absolutely wore out. And that's what it's about. Like being with the band and playing all the time, man. And finally, you get that day or two off, and you just want to be with a loved one or whatever, out in the country, and listening to the crickets sing that song, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing better. Because that was our big thing when I was growing up. I mean, it was 4-wheel drives, and we was always out. We was on a buddy of mine's grandpa's farm, half the daggum time, riding around and having a big old bonfire and people just hanging out. And there was always one weirdo that drug his guitar out and had to play the whole damn night. But, it was fun stuff.
Yeah, I'd be one of those weirdos,
Yeah, I mean, well, it always started out with Hank Williams Jr. on the radio,
Yeah.
Somebody
or some Leonard Skinner,
Well, it was a mixture, but I'll be honest with you. Leonard Skinner was played to death on the radio.
Yeah.
I got to a point where I couldn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Because it was like every hour here come a Skinner song every hour. You wanted to call WKDF back in the day and go, hey, stop that shit.
Well, as I was coming up, say 13, 14, somewhere in there, I guess, which would have been early 90s, I guess, so they were kind of that. It wasn't on the radio for me then. So,
Yeah.
but me and a buddy of mine, we always, I kind of started really getting into Skinner there, and we played it for years, man, through high school and stuff. It was just a staple.
Well, yeah. I mean, song wise, the way it was written, Sweet Home Alabama and, Free Bird and all the other ones, the work on the guitars and the drums and the bass and how it all just meshed into that good old boy country rock feel, and
Yeah.
I mean, I give credit where credit is due. It's some of the best songs that I've ever heard played.
Well, I've always thought about that, for back then, of course, you had Van Halen, Molly Hatchet was another group that just, even for back then, you think about it, man, they were some incredible, incredible guitar players back then.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and what guitar solos, for being in the 70s and 60s and 80s, it's just incredible the way they played.
Oh yeah. And then 38 Special had the dual drum kits.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing how a lot of those old Southern rock bands were.
Oh yeah. And then, like some of my, I'm not afraid to say it, some of my favorite bands and music was the hair bands.
Yeah.
Warrant, Poison, Firehouse, and that just incredible, people look back and say, I can't believe, like that or whatever, but really, if you listen to it, man, that was probably the greatest era of singers, guitar players, just musicians in general, man. It was incredible.
Well, that's what was funny because Warrant, when they come out with Cherry Pie, the lead singer hated that song.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But if you listen to the song, the way it was created, it was actually a good rocking song.
Yeah, he does like an interview or a story on it where he kind of made it, and it kind of got into where it wasn't just them being a rock band. It was like a novelty thing, they were having, like at fairs and stuff like that, the Cherry Pie theme or whatever. But
yep.
Yeah, he was an incredible singer though, man. What a talent.
Oh yeah, Janie Lane was incredible. And he had that higher octave range too. So
there's a lot of times I can sing. I used to be able to sing all of his stuff, but I can still do it some. But yeah, man, he's way up there in range.
Oh yeah,
And I was listening to one of my favorite bands ever, and CJ Snare. He passed away a while back, but Firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my guitar player, we had a show Saturday night at the casino in Bristol, Mr. Min Randy B.
Yeah.
But we were listening to Firehouse, man, and that CJ could hit some notes that it's just, oh man, incredible.
Yeah, because you think he's at his peak.
Yeah.
And he's singing it, and then all of a sudden he goes up one more, and I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, like he's up in the clouds, man. I mean, there's stuff, that it's God, man, he was just an incredible talent.
Yeah, he really
was.
And
a great keyboard, piano player too.
Yeah.
So, but man, just all those bands, which I loved, Ozzy, Pantera. I'm a wide range of music, man. I love about everything. So,
well, that's me. The way I've grown up, my grandmother used to take me to fanfare back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was always around all those people, listening to them and making sure grandma's took okay, took her around and let her meet people and get autographs and all kinds of stuff. And it was just crazy. And then I started doing lights and sound, helping out a metal band, a glam metal band back in the day. And that's
Yeah.
when I really started getting into the one thing I love most. It doesn't matter what genre you go through, but if you sit and you listen to a song and you pay attention to how it's created.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can create the simplest song in the world, but how it was created could be very intricate.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I always liked. It's just
Well,
something about the way songs are written.
and
And for the most part, really, I think almost everybody out there thinks that songs dropped out of the sky for those glam metal guys, because you don't ever hear of songwriters or hear the bands actually saying, we wrote this song. It's
yeah,
always
it was just there.
yeah, boom, there it is. Here's your new song, and I'm just like, what the hell? But you get in the countryside, and then you got the songwriters, and you got the artists, and you got the singer songwriters, and the songwriting is a big thing in country music.
I never thought about it that way, but yeah, that makes sense. But what was really cool was, like for the hair bands like Warrant and all those guys, man, even, the song, the lyrics were great, but the way that they formed the music around it
Mm-hmm.
was, and two, it wasn't just a 3-chord thing, man. Some of those songs are like just, they modulate and they're just all over the place, man, but just incredible musicianship.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
so
to go back to Cherry Pie, how it starts out, you got the drums and da 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 bum 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 bum,
oh, yeah.
and uh, the way they did all that, it was a creation in itself.
Yeah, we speaking of that, we actually me and Randy, my guitar player, at the casino the other night, we did for the first time we done Heaven by Warrant.
Yeah.
And it went really well, but that's another one, man. The chord progression and stuff is just insane, man. But which Randy's an incredible guitar player, but just that solo is one of my favorite solos ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just fantastic. Joey Allen, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and just even when he's doing the chorus and then it stops, goes up an octave.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy how all that did.
And then right at the end, yeah, it modulates. I think goes to an A, and then it's up to like a B, man. By the time the song, I mean, he's just like CJ, man. He's up there in the clouds at the very end of it. It's insane, man.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a song too.
It is, man. That's one of my favorites of all time. Just a great, great song. But now the Slaughter too was another one. He was an incredible man. What a singer,
Yeah, Mark Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually lives out in Franklin, I think.
Yeah. What is that? Fly with the Angels or something like that?
Yep.
Man.
Fly high, right to the angels. Don't even start. I can't sing worth a shit, but I'll give it a try.
Wow, last 2 or 3 days we did that show, and then I played at Old Red last night in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and at Pollen for the last 3 or 4 days. Been about eating me up, man. I don't know what it did, but
Trust me. My daughter was sitting there on the front porch last night. I was sitting out there. She come out and was sitting, and next thing you know, I swear the girl sneezed at least 8 times and then come back in the house. And I'm like, what? It's fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad right now, man. I tell you, it's a lot of people, they're not really sick or anything. It's just so much pollen, man. It sounds like they're sick, but they're not. But
yeah, well, I mean, I remember back when I was get out there and cut that field for hay, and
yeah,
then you start bagging it up, and squaring it up and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, well, back then it didn't bother me myself, but
It didn't bother me either.
yeah, I remember those days, man. That was the good days, bro.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, getting out there and cutting the tobacco and sticking it and then hanging it.
Yeah.
That didn't bother me. But when I got older, oh yeah, we're
Oh
going.
yeah.
It's Afrin time or something, you know.
Well, what's funny is you look back at those days like that. It just made me think about that. And back then, you're like, "God, we got to go down there and get that." Hey, you're a teenager, you know, but you know, I always did it. My family, we always had cattle and stuff, you know, and it's like, oh God, I'd almost give anything to be able to go back there right now, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think people have got it made now because now they've got the rolls. You just go out there with the roller, roll it up, and you get the tractor and a long pole, and you move it and set it wherever you want to. Back
Oh yeah.
then, you had to bale it, you had to freaking do all this crap, and then you was out there on the back of a damn trailer stacking it all up on the trailer.
What Jason Aldean said, going round and round all day, baling some hay, stacking it all up.
Yep.
But yeah, we ended up. It's been about 10, 15, well, about 15 years ago, I guess. We ended up getting a tractor. We got a real nice tractor, and we ended up doing the roll stuff, which was so much easier. But I still miss the days of everybody, you know, going out there together and stacking it up, man. I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, you had 30-minute lunch break, everybody hanging out and getting something to drink and getting something to eat and put a dip in and start throwing hay again.
Oh yeah, well, and you know, like I said back then, everybody actually got out and worked together and helped each other and stuff, you know. So it was the good days, man.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've been kind of saying that about some of the country music nowadays because back in the day, it didn't matter. Artists would help another artist or aspiring artist or whatever. Everybody helped each other back then. But then we went
Yeah.
through this little phase of, well, I got mine, screw you, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
There's so much backstabbing in this business, man. You wouldn't believe it.
yeah, I know it's crazy. And I'm glad to see some of it actually coming back. People actually sitting down and bringing to the table what they've wrote, and the other people getting together and you know, everybody getting together and writing a song out. You know, I'm happy about that. I want more to where everybody's helping each other out.
Well, I tell you, I've got a phenomenal band, man, and they're just wonderful guys, man. It's besides playing with my dad back in the day, it's probably one of the greatest bands I've had, man. Just that we get together and laugh and cut up and give each other hell, and you know. But they're just great guys and phenomenal musicians, man. I'm so blessed to have them, and but there's like I said, I sing with that other group, you know, down in around the Pigeon Forge area.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, it's honestly, I couldn't ask for more. The good Lord's blessed me so much, but them guys are, man, they're on another level of just, you'd think they'd be the number one thing in Nashville, man. The just
Yeah.
incredible musicians. And that they just get together, man, and play these shows, and everybody laughs and cuts up, and nobody's trying to take anything from it. It's just for them, it's just to get out and enjoy your friendship and play and go home and then do it again whenever, you know.
Yeah. That's what I love.
Yeah,
You know, that's one thing I remember back, you know, the Andy Griffith show.
yeah, oh yeah.
They had the Darlings come over every now and then and be playing, and Andy Griffith would join in with them. And it was just, I love those days.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. That was like back to my dad there, you know, like when
Yeah.
I went and you know, as I was get like an older teenager, I'd be hanging out with friends, and we'd go over and um my dad, you know, when he'd see me, he'd call me up to come up and sing, you know, because at that time I was playing sports and, you know, being an idiot and, you know, But I'd come up and he'd call me up on stage, man. It wasn't for money. It was just a pure excitement and just absolutely blessing to get up there with such incredible guys, especially like my dad, man. He's always cutting up and laughing and having it was just fun, man. You know,
Well, I
like
mean,
what it was made for, instead of all
exactly.
this other shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one thing that always gets me mad is when you go and you see a band live, and then the next thing you know, the guitarist and the lead singer are throwing stuff at each other.
Yeah.
But when you got a band and the lead singer, they're all on the same vibe. Everybody's just there to have fun. I just think it's one of the best nights ever.
Oh, absolutely, man. And I'll tell you with my band and the other guys that I sing with and stuff, man, it's just lately it's just been it's a real, like I said, it's astronomical to get to hang out with these guys and play, man, and sing, and everybody just has a wonderful time, and there's nobody sitting over there going, man, how can I screw him over, and all this shit. It's just, you know what I mean? I mean, I've been through that, man, believe me.
Oh
But
yeah.
but it's just like, I don't know, man. I can't even put into words how blessed I am. The guys that I play with and everything, man, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
And
David.
not just, I mean, they're wonderful musicians, but they're wonderful people too, man. I mean, you couldn't ask for better people.
Oh yeah. David Masters just commented, afternoon, Jason.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Uh,
I love David Masters, man. He's a great guy.
Cool. I love him just because he found us.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a moonshine man now.
there you go.
Yes, sir.
From the liquor store or from the real?
No, he's from the real.
Okay.
He's a real dude now.
I remember
I can't see where anybody said anything. So if you will tell him I said, what's up?
Oh, he can hear you.
Okay. Hey, brother.
He's just we've got it set where people can comment. So we say what's on people comment and stuff.
Okay.
When they comment.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. Matter of fact, he hooked me up. We got I can't remember the date now. I think it's in August. I think. I apologize because I've got so much stuff going on. I can't remember nothing. But the Jeep Invasion, I'll be at Junction 35 in Pigeon Forge out there playing, and that's because of David. So I really appreciate that, brother.
Yep. Tanya Gant said, "Howdy, hi Tanya." We actually went to school together, so that's pretty cool. It gets crazy, man. I look at music and everything, how it goes, and I'm wondering more if certain trends are not orchestrated.
Yeah.
Because, you'll see a big trend this and big trend that. And then, like the female singers, remember when everybody got on the hell with the guy kick?
Yeah. Yeah.
He hates me, or, I scratched up his pretty 4-wheel drive and all that other good stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then I told somebody else, I said, I just want a female singer to sing a really good song about a guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And then,
I tell you though, Carrie Underwood's a great singer though.
You can.
I'll tell you one I always loved was Alison Krauss.
Yeah.
Hard to beat, man.
Yeah. I'd love to get her on the show. That would be fun.
Oh man, if you ever do, make sure you invite me too, because I just absolutely love her to death, man. I love her singing, man. I always have since, when she first started. She is one of my absolute favorites. So,
well, I love that her style of singing is just it's so original.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you got to look at how certain people sing. I mean, it's. I know there's
you were talking about like writing earlier and stuff. And it made me think. I was actually talking to somebody about this today or yesterday or whenever it was, but I got to open for John Morgan, uh, not this past Saturday, but the one before last weekend or whatever.
Right.
And he's number one on the charts right now with Jason Aldean, friends like that. And he actually wrote "If I Didn't Love You" and "Trouble with a Heartbreak." And he's got he's got some incredible songs, man. What a writer, you know.
Oh yeah.
But he's got another new song out. It's called "Kid Myself." Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Man, if you get a chance, go listen to John Morgan, "Kid Myself." And it's one I was telling my friend there, I said, it's one of those songs that it's like between his voice, the way the song is written, and the music and everything. It's
Mhm.
just one of those songs that, man, a magical time. You know, it's just
Okay.
everything about it from start to finish is just absolute magic, you know. So
Well, I'll
just
tell you a song that Jason Aldean did, and I find it amusing that it did not go further. And I don't know if you've heard it or not, but the name of the song is called "This I Gotta See."
oh yeah, I love Aldean stuff.
That song, it resonated with me because back then my full-time job was driving truck over the road,
Yeah.
and that's one thing I always wanted was that girl that was sitting on the front porch in her bare feet, waiting on me to get there, And I was just like, dude, I could not believe that song. I'm not even sure if it even charted.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people talk about like Aldean stuff. So, oh, it's just that rock country and blah blah blah. But man, he's got I don't know besides John, whoever writes his songs, man, I tell you, or whoever picks his songs, if it's him or whoever, man. But his songs are incredible. If
Oh yeah.
people just listen, my favorite, one of my absolute, if not, it's in the top two or three, I think, favorite songs ever. Is Jason Aldean. Uh, and I don't know if you've heard it, but it's called "Better at Being Who I Am."
Mm,
That is my song right there. That is my staple song. If you get a chance, man, please listen to that. It's called "Better at Being Who I Am."
I'm writing it down so I can listen to it.
Oh, man, that is just absolutely right on the money.
Because I went through one of those fun divorces, and I was listening to Jason Aldean a lot.
Yeah,
Angel said, "Amen, love Allison," and then she said, "Reba is another great lady of country music."
absolutely.
David said, "Thanks, Jason, for that," and then he said, "Jason is first class in my book."
Well, thank you, brother, so much. I really appreciate your kind words, man. I really do.
So that'll be $29.95. And
Yeah, yeah. I already paid him to say that, so no,
there
I'm
you
just
go.
kidding.
Man, it's crazy. So what all shows you got coming up?
Well, I've got, like I said, that Jeep Invasion. I've got a lot of old red shows coming up. I have, I think it's in August as well. Like I said, I can't remember, man. I've got so much going on, but I'll be in Wisconsin. Uh, I think 4 days in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And then I'll be in Southern Georgia, June 6th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day I'll be in Northern Florida the next day right there. And then I do have a bunch of college shows that come through, and I'll go do them and stuff. But also in September, we're going to Germany for the Red Carpet Awards over there, and I get
Sweet.
to I'm up for 10 nominations, and I get to co-host.
Awesome.
So yeah, man,
That'll be
really
fun.
excited about that too. Yeah.
Maybe we should.
And then I can't remember. We've got some really great stuff coming up, man. The Jeep invasion, and I can't remember if that's. I think it's August. I'm pretty sure, but or it might be maybe September. I'm sorry, I can't remember, and I ain't got it pulled up right now. So
Oh, you're fine. The bad part about it is I'm surprised somebody hasn't added all that in on the screen on the comments right here.
yeah. Well, yeah, my website, if anybody's on here that hasn't went to it, it's jasonpassmoremusic.com. And usually I've got an assistant. Her name is Angel, and
Yeah,
she's really,
She was
really,
one
really great.
David.
yeah, she was actually one step ahead of me because she commented, check out jasonpassmoremusic.com shows for upcoming shows.
Yeah, Angel's I mean, I couldn't find anybody better, and just a great, great woman, and great. She's got a great family, and she helps me out so much, man. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know what I was doing. So
I know that feeling.
yeah.
Because Julie keeps me straight on all this stuff, all the things that are coming on the show and what's happening. And when we get off the show, I guarantee you she'll call me going, what in the heck?
Yeah.
I can't believe you done that.
Yeah, there's usually now I get to where I'm like, a day or two later, I'm like, man, I can't believe I said that. Sometimes it's a couple of minutes, and then other times it's a couple of days. I'm like, man, I really shouldn't have said that, I guess, but it is what it is.
You never know. Oh, Lord. It's the music industry. Everybody's got to work 2 jobs.
Oh, yeah. I've been really blessed, man. I'm getting to do it for a living, so
That is awesome.
and I do. Like I said, I've got an incredible band, but I also do a lot of solo acoustic shows as well. So that's a real blessing too. So,
have you thought about doing a couple of acoustic songs and releasing them?
yeah, I actually have thought about that. And I might actually do that here really soon. Me and my guitar player, like I said, I'd like to do. I wouldn't mind even releasing 2 or 3, like a little small EP or something of just did you see the Jason Aldean like campfire session?
I seen some of it.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a cajon, a bass, a couple of acoustic guitars. I love acoustic stuff, man. It's very intimate, and when people are, sitting around and whatnot. So
Yeah, because I mean, you see a lot of it with writers' rounds and stuff.
yeah,
Everybody's on acoustic, and then oh shoot, somebody shoot me. American Blonde, that's who it is. 2 sisters,
yeah,
and one plays the acoustic, and the other's playing the cajon.
yeah.
But they both sing, and it really fills out just the acoustic and a good cajon. That's all you really need.
There was my son will play the cajon with me sometimes. We played shows together where he'd come out and just play the cajon, and me and playing acoustic and singing. Man, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I call it a down home feel.
Oh yeah,
It just feels like you're sitting at the campfire and somebody's beating on the tailgate the same time you're freaking playing a guitar.
oh yeah. Well, it's just got such a uniqueness to it, man. And it's really, it's not so in your face, blowing your face off with a full band or whatever. It's
Yeah.
a time, when you can actually sit down and really enjoy. I love acoustic music myself. So
Yeah, but I mean, that goes back to, when we were out in the woods and somebody drug one out, and
that was like go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's everybody singing and just partying and having fun,
Oh yeah. I was going to say that campfire session was a really cool thing. I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but they had like Little Big Town, a lot of different artists on there. But Chris Young was another one. He's an incredible singer, man. But his band come on there and he done that campfire session thing. It's just so cool to listen to those guys, like kind of broke down and not be, like I said, blowing your face off somewhere live band, but just right there, man, everything sounds so good,
What did she put up there now?
His socials.
Oh, for all socials, www.dbiz.com. J Chevy 48, 78.
78, yeah.
Yeah, 78.
How'd you get a 4 out of that?
I don't know.
He really is tired, ain't he?
How did I screw up the daggum thing?
I don't know. Yeah, and you try to blame me.
Yeah, I didn't blame you. Okay, I couldn't blame you.
He's like, did you click the right one? I was like, yes. Did you put in the right one?
No. Oh, Lord. Killing me around here. Hey, you're out there in North Carolina. Have you run across Miss McKinney?
Kayla?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm friends with Kayla.
I love her to death.
Yeah, man. She's a great singer too.
Yeah. Well, I had her on my show, I think last year.
Yeah.
And I just her voice, the way she does stuff. I mean, it's just I love her voice.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow. But
yeah, there's some a lot of talent in the area.
There really is, because I know Dawn Ricks and of course Kayla, and now you're out there, and I'm just like, I told Julie, because I'm real bad about, I like to go actually see the artist in person that been on my show and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, we're just going to have to like take off one Friday and go out there and check you guys out and when you're playing and all that stuff.
Now, I forgot to mention that show, June 14th. I'll be in my hometown. That's where I open for John, but I'll be in my hometown of Franklin, North Carolina. It should be on the website. But if you guys get a chance, come out and see us that day. Me and my band.
I've talked to Julie about it.
Yeah.
To make sure, because this has turned into one hell of a month, and next month we got CMA Fest. You doing anything for CMA Fest?
No, I'm going to get to enjoy it this time, and I'm going to go up and probably just, hang out and check it out. And yeah,
I've told a lot of artists, if you're not playing the stages or anything else, bring a person with you that's got some flyers or something, or the little QR code, so they could just scan it and check you out real quick, and just walk around and enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do this time. I'm gonna go up and hang out and have a good time. Also, I'll be I think it's next week. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jam Juice, but I'm on their thing. Like they're a booking agency type thing, but they're having a Jam Juice thing up in Nashville next week, or maybe the 23rd. Not next week, but the week after, maybe. I think. But anyway, it's on there. I'll be there, I think, the 23rd and 24th, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. But anyway, and then I'll be playing at the Nash House in the Row up there as well in Nashville. But I'm gonna go up this year and kind of go out and watch some really cool shows at CMA Fest. So, and a buddy of mine, he's playing at the Category 10, I think, or something like that. The new Luke Combs bar.
I don't know. All those bars down there change names every.
I think it's Luke Combs bar. But anyway, he's been playing there some, and hopefully I'm gonna get to go up there and get to do some duo stuff with him as well. So I hope
that'd be awesome.
That way it'd be a little closer for you to come check me out or whatever. So.
Oh yeah, and I like the duo stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's male or male female, I like hearing the duo stuff.
Well, he's a great songwriter too. So we could go back and forth, man, for hours probably. And I don't know if I said that, but I do have my new song come out today, called All Night. So make sure you go check it out.
That's what I was. That's what I was thinking, because I think Julie told me you had a song released today.
Yeah, absolutely. And really excited about it. My bass player, Mike Eldrith, and Don Alexander, his buddy, they wrote it together. And I just, from the time he told me or presented it to me, I loved it, man. So,
Yeah.
we finally got it recorded and put out today. So really excited about it. So,
Now, how long does it take you from the time y'all get everything wrote to actually get in the studio, get it recorded, get it mastered, all that stuff?
well, we went with a guy named Matt Smile up in Bristol for this song, and he is fantastic, man. So when we went there, we finished it up in I guess probably 3 or 4 hours. But now they wrote it a good while back, and then presented it to me, and then finally we got around to being able to do it. So, but like for me, like once I write something, I've got a demo. I work with Kent Wells, which is Dolly's producer, and
Right.
man, it's just incredible to take it up there, and you go in there, and these guys, man, they chart it out, and it probably 20 or 30 minutes. They've just got, well, really within 5 minutes, they've got this incredible, version of the song.
Right.
So there's times I mean, it just not long at all, man. By the time they get it done, then usually I'll either that evening or I'll come back, stay the night, and come back the next day and do the vocals on it. But it don't take long at all. Just
See,
incredible musicians.
I think sometimes when people spend like a week on a song, I think it's being over engineered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I'm like, well, um the way I've got it, like the last song that I wrote, it'll be out in July. I kind of had it in my head what I wanted it to sound like, and I was actually doing like a demo on it, and at the motel. I
Yeah.
thought, man, I need to put this together the way I want it to sound. Well, as I'm kind of recording on my phone in my head, I'm like, man, I didn't even think about how to end it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this while I'm trying to remember everything. And I get to the end, and I just done this little diddle 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 diddle, and I take it up the studio, and I thought, well, I don't know what they'll think about that, but it sounded really cool to me.
Right.
And I just come up with it when it happened. But Kent was like, man, I freaking love the end of that right there. That and it ended. It's like one of the best parts of the whole song, man. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I took it in there, and within 5 minutes, when everybody got in there and got set down, man, within 5 minutes, I was just blown away, at what it sounded like. So I couldn't have I couldn't have dreamed of any better way to put it.
Right. See, I
But
love that.
oh yeah, well, the drummer on it too. The drums are incredible. But Evan Hutchins is his name, and he plays with everybody, man. Look him up too. Incredible guy, and just an absolutely phenomenal drummer.
Right.
But yeah, and Dave Fowler is another one that I wanted to mention, man. I absolutely love Dave Fowler to death. He's a world-renowned bass player. Works with Kent, man. Just an incredible guy, incredible bass player. All those guys, man. It's just a real blessing to get to know them and be around them.
I've actually heard his name before.
Yeah, Dave's one of the absolute best, man. It's hard to beat that guy. He's one of the best. Just a great person too, man.
Doug Spire says Jason is good and good guy. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Doug actually played drums for me 2 or 3 years ago, man. That's another guy that you cannot beat. He's one of the best buds I've ever had, and a great person, and just a great drummer, man. So Doug, love you, brother. Thank you.
Awesome. That's another $29.95.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. But yeah, I got that jam juice thing wrote down for the 23rd and 24th. So I'll get Julie will be on it.
Yeah. I think they're doing it might be the 21st through the 24th or something, but there's 2 days that I actually play that I can't be there.
Yeah.
So, but I will be there the 23rd and 24th. So,
Well, it all depends on what she's got lined out for me, because I'm going to end up doing 5 shows this week.
yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, that's great though.
And then I got what, 4 shows next week? What's weird is the link I sent you was actually because Jason Stokes, he actually played Jason Voorhees, and he's actually coming in studio.
That's awesome.
And I was just like, what the hell? I can't remember. I can't. I get too, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, believe me, I know all about it. Get so much going on.
You do. I mean, it's the music industry in itself. I think a lot of people sat back and think, well, you're not working, and you're getting all this money, blah, blah, blah. No, it's work.
Oh man, that I hear that, every now and then, not a lot, but it's like, man, you're getting to just live the dream. There's so much, man, that goes into it. Not counting the driving 20 million miles. I mean, I'm on the road till my back's about broke, and then you get somewhere and you got to play hour, 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes. Then you got to drive another 4 hours and get back at 3 or 4 in the morning. Then,
Yeah.
I have a habit of waking up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, man. So my sleep is just, I mean,
Oh yeah.
3 or 4 hours is my max pretty much usually. And then that's not counting, having to be, you're in front of everybody and you got to be smoking on guitar and singing and all. You can't just put on a mediocre just to be doing, you got to really get out there and get it. So,
Oh yeah. And then don't forget sound check and everything else. And
sound check. And then, I mean, it's just, and then you got to do your social media stuff. You got to be on something all the time. Hey, look at me, and
Yeah.
I don't know, which I need to do more of that. But I've had so many shows, I don't really have time to. After you sing so much, you don't really feel like getting on there and singing for another hour or two, And
well,
but
don't get on it and sing. Just get on it and go to the kitchen and make your coffee.
yeah. But well, it's a funny story thinking about that or whatever. I've got this is my baby. We was talking about it earlier,
Yeah.
But this Takamine here, I absolutely love this guitar, man. But the guy was talking about earlier that I play with in sing with in Pigeon Forge. His name is Matt Roy, and man, he is just out of this world guitar player. And when I first met him last year, whenever it was, I was watching him play, and I'm like, oh man, this guitar this is incredible,
Oh yeah.
So I got to talking to him. That's how we met, or that's how we got to talking. I was like, man, what model is that guitar, Because it didn't matter where he played it at. Every note was just, you get some guitars like the top E will be real loud and the bottom E you can't even hear it. But so we got to talking anyway, and so I researched this guitar for like a couple, 2 or 3 months, watch YouTube videos because it's like a couple grand, And
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I don't know. But anyway, so I go to Guitar Center and they're like, man, we got to order it because you got to order it from Takamine. But I ordered it from there so I could get a warranty on it. I not trying to hold us up or nothing, but talking about a lot of shows,
Yeah.
So there's like, man, we can overnight it, And I'm like, I've never bought a guitar online. I have to touch it and play it,
Right.
I'm not just going to buy something, especially that kind of money. And so I called Matt while I'm at Guitar Center, and I'm like, brother, they're going to have to order it and this night. And he said, man, I'm telling you, I promise you, man, it won't let you down. I promise you'll be happy. So I did it, man. They overnighted it, and I pulled it out of the case, and God, man, it's set up. We didn't have to do nothing. I just changed the strings on it. That's all I done because I like a certain kind of strings. But anyway, I got it, loved it. I had starting that day, I had 12 shows in 7 days.
Wow.
So man, it was but I could not have been happier with the guitar and everything. And at the end of the 7 days, I was about stupid from being so tired and my fingers were about to fall off. But I had 12 shows in 7 days, man. But I don't know if I could have done it without this guitar. So
Oh yeah. The best girlfriend you could ever have.
exactly. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, it's just I don't know the way it plays and the way it feels and everything, man. Which I've got several guitars. I've got a Yamaha and a St. Matthews and a Eastman, and I've got a ton of guitars. But this right here is my baby. So,
well, any one of them you want to get rid of, just let me know. I got a wall right here.
all right. Yeah, well, man. I've got my.
You got to do the autograph on it and then stick it on the wall.
We'll
tell everybody.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, brother, man, I appreciate you being on, and sorry for the mix-up when everything first started.
That's okay. That's all right.
At least we got on there and had a little bit of fun.
But you know what? It's one of my favorite interviews that I've done, man. I've really enjoyed talking with you.
Well, I appreciate that, and
you're
welcome back anytime.
Yeah, we'll have to come. I'll come up and we'll have to hang out sometime. Go have a cup of coffee or something.
You can have the coffee. I just drink water now.
Yeah, I got to have my coffee, man. That's how I stay alive, you know.
And
on my 3 hours of sleep, I got to have some Java, man.
Yeah, well, I went to that carnivore diet.
Oh, okay. Is that helping you?
I started out with the diet at 247. I'm down to 210.
Well, that's fantastic, man.
And
so you don't have any sugar or anything or nothing like that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start on something myself. I need to lose some weight. So, but the carnivore diet, okay.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. But I do drink these body armor things because they're zero sugar, but they're full of electrolytes and all the vitamins and stuff that you need.
Oh yeah. I've got to where I really love coconut water. But.
I need Body Armor to sponsor me just because of that little thing I just said.
Yeah. Well, that's like Talkamania. I need Talkamania to be sponsor me as well, you know.
You got it. I'd love to have Yamaha or any guitar actually sponsor me. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We do have a my guitar player. We did get a pick sponsor, and I can't, man. I cannot think of what it is right now. But we have picks with my logo on the front or on one side and his name on the other. So we've got some cool picks and stuff. But on the Jason Passmore music, go to the I think we've got them on the merchandise thing as well or whatnot. So
yeah.
But we got some great stuff going on. Got some new merch and all kinds of good stuff. So I hope everybody comes checks it out. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will because I love how people are targeting websites now. They're going to websites and getting merch and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I come to a show too. I always got some at the show as well. So make sure you come check out the show. That's the cool part. So,
and get an autograph and a picture and.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm at the show at Old Red last night. I met a bunch of really great people, man, and got to sign a couple of things and all kind of stuff. So, man, we have some great shows. So.
I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have to check you out at jasonpassmoremusic.com. And y'all be sure and go up to the top of Jason's page and buy us some merch.
Well, and also make sure you go listen to the new song. It's out today. So I shared it on Facebook earlier, and I'm been doing a lot more. I'm going to start doing a lot more TikTok lives as well. There's another artist. Go check him out. His name is Tyson Lehman, around the Tennessee area there. I get on some lives with him, and he's a fantastic guy, man. Great songwriter, great singer, the whole 9 yards. So Tyson Lehman.
I got it wrote down.
And another great friend of mine, another great, incredible artist. He's doing a lot of church stuff right now, but his name is Jacob Bryant. Go check him out. He's an incredible singer as well.
Well, check him out, man. I love it. All right, brother. Tell everybody where they can find you, even though I just did.
My personal page, Jason S. Passmore. It's on there, Jason S. Passmore. My personal, Jason Passmore, my band page on Facebook. J Passmore 11, I think, is my TikTok. But I think Angel will put all the things in there. You know.
Oh yeah, she got
okay.
All socials. www.
And you're single.
DIBIZ. How do you know he's single?
No, and you put new single all night release today. Check out on all streaming.
Yeah, I just seen that. I had to play with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that for a minute I was like, do what now? but yeah, I hope everybody goes and checks it out, man. I really had a great time with you today, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem, man. Tell everybody bye and then stick around. I'll be right back to you.
Make sure you guys come check out a show. Absolutely love all you guys. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. We'll be right back. Appreciate everybody checking everything out, and y'all make sure you go to Justin Passmore Music, right? Yeah, JasonPassmoremusic.com. And he's got the upcoming shows all listed on there, and you can get some merch. Y'all go stream his new single, dropped today. It's called All Night. It's all streaming platforms, and it's cool as all get out. We appreciate everybody that's been on and commenting and checking out the show. Love you. Mean it. Toodaloo.